Hello, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Sunbreak. Last time, we went hunting with Master Tsushi and Jay, and it went pretty well. Jay did way better than I expected him to be, which is good for him. And Master Tsushi, well, he was as reckless as a normal dual blade user. Now we're finally doing the urgent quest with Shagaru Magala. Well, Shagaru Magala is a little bit special. First of all, he has a lot of attacks with the dragon element, so going with the Malzeno armor, which is Dragon Weak, is more or less suicide. So I'm using the skill, yes, this skill, Dragon Resistance. So I have the much more manageable -1 Dragon Resistance. And the other thing is, I am using Windmill instead of Destroyer Oil, since I have a feeling I will need that invincibility. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Shagaru Magala is very weak to the dragon element, so I'm using the Malzeno Sword and Shield, which combos pretty well with the rest of the armor. So let's get to it. Dark Citadel, White Wheel of Fate. Oh boy, there's a Shagaru Magala going nuts in the Citadel. Flying objects resembling Curio have also been spotted. I don't know if the two are linked, but neither problem can be ignored. Go investigate. Bahari the Scientist. Well, yeah. If you ever see a Shagaru Magala, try to eliminate him as soon as possible.
At the tail end of a reckless battle, two beasts find themselves in a place they don't belong. And when the master of this land appears, not even the mightiest attacks can do it any harm. With its overwhelming strength, it pummels and pins down its prey. Its endless anger fills the air in the form of a deafening roar as it prepares to feast without leaving a single bone.
Make this a quick one.
Now that was a cool intro. And I'm very happy to see Bayot getting destroyed as he deserves.
I'm back.
Now then, let's go hunt him down. Whoops, wrong place. Although, I can always use those. Now, Shagaru Magala is a personal fight. He is my old Nemesis. Back in my first Monster Hunter game, where he appeared as the final boss of the main story. And well, he's back with a vengeance, and so am I. Nice stun, and that's probably the only stun I will get. Shagaru Magala has a very easy weakness. Stay right in his arms. And stay there and he won't hit you. As most of his attacks aim forward. However, he seems to have learned a new Yep, that's a hip check. That's what I feared. He learned a new move in order to deal with that strategy. And you may notice that attack seems quite similar, exactly like Shagaru Magala's. Well, that's because Shagaru Magala is the adult version of Shagaru Magala. And he has a giant laser. And being an adult version of an already dangerous monster means he's even worse. And of course I brought its evade extender, however only one level.
No more holding back!
Because level 2 tends to feel overkill. And managed to overcome the frenzy virus just in time. Thankfully the frenzy virus is not a mechanic in this game, because that will be quite bad for the entire environment. Having Curio already makes the monster angry, and then on top of that, frenzy virus makes them there he goes. Why cannot pick the mega po- I already have mega potions. Now then, as I was saying, the Curio makes the monsters angry and the frenzy virus makes them berserk. So an even angrier berserk monster will not be a pleasant sight to have. And the way it does is with all this purple stuff that Shagaru and Gore spread around, so that's why you should eliminate them on sight. Whoops. Oof, managed to dodge just in time. Please don't use the body slam. Ah. Didn't manage to dodge it that time. And once again, simply stay to his arms and he won't be much of a problem. The hard part is a little bit of approaching him, a little bit of hitting him. Since he has a lot of bread attacks and they can be quite tricky. I haven't had to deal with them a lot since I simply try to stay as close to his arms as possible. However, there is no doubt about that. They will destroy me just like that.
Let's go!
It hits extremely hard. Thankfully I don't have a dragon weakness or I will actually be one shot.
Gotta be quick!
And we're playing the game of running up and running down. Don't worry, I'll come to you. I just needed to heal a little bit. Because that's awful. He has a lot of quick attacks that will absolutely put me into range of getting one shot by his red attacks. Let's just hope I can break his arms or legs quick enough to activate Blood Right. Oh wait, I can hit the head. it is already 2 horns broken. And with that,
Watch and learn.
Serenius Wire Riding time. Stand here against the wall. The other wall.
Bye-bye.
And I accidentally hit Basil Juice, which is fine because I was going to ride Basil Juice.
Let's go for a ride.
And time for some damage. You're not the only one with the breath attack. Fireball. And when he's already broke both horns on his head, time to cut the tail. If I remember correctly, he has an easy to cut tail. And looks like he's leaving the area. Yep.
The end is in sight. Now's my chance. Oh.
The Shagaru roar. Ah! Thankfully he doesn't do that a lot. Well, that's new. Yep. Ah, now he does that with purpose, which is Arbor Reverse.
This one's all for you.
No, actually it's better, but now that he's truly enraged, he uses those Pillars of Virus in order to attack, and I didn't dodge forward in time.
Mr. Monster meets Mr. Weapon.
And try not to stay too close to the front when he does that attack because it has a bigger range than expected.
Look out! It's angry.
And he does a giant laser to the side now instead of forward. Wait, did I break the wings? That's perfect. I can hit the wings in order to recover instead of
Mr. Monster meets Mr. Weapon.
when I receive this chip damage.
This is the end of the line for you.
Yep, I could have dodged that, however. Sometimes I feel better simply
No more holding back. You asked for this.
standing my ground and shielding it as an emergency. And the Spinas is here.
Faster, buddy. Gotta be quick. Watch and learn.
Paralysis fireballs. Get knocked out of the air. Well, that was a giant miss.
Bye-bye!
Come on, tail, get cut. Perfect. Little by little, Shagaru goes down. Come on here. Body slam. Breath attack. Wing slam. Being completely blind as I keep attacking. And thankfully I did bring... Oof. Thankfully a bit extender is just enough to dodge that. Evade extender 1 I meant. Ah, looks like Shagaru is almost down. Perfect.
Carve, carve, carve! Need to sharpen
Speaking
this
of,
thing.
I didn't mention why Shagaru is personal, huh? Well, now is a good time as any. Back in his game of introduction, he and Magala were part of the main story. And after failing a quest once, I decided to never do that again, until I of course faced Shagaru Magala, which made me fail a quest again for the first time in a while. So I decided to get better prepared to face him the next time, and I managed to defeat him. And since then he's been my nemesis.
Faster, buddy! Let's make some fireworks. No more holding fast!
I bet a lot will have a similar story with this game and Magnamal or Marceno.
That's my buddy.
And of course the one strategy which I discovered against Shagaru is the one I just told you. Simply stay right next to his arms and he will never hit you. Of course he's a lot more mobile this time, so staying next to the arms can be a little bit more difficult, but it's Shagaru Magala we're talking about. He loves his breath attacks, which have been greatly enhanced.
I'm gonna get you!
I am dead. Or not.
Careful!
Dodge inwards. That's another reason to stay close. When you're this close to him, that laser can hit you. Or many of his breath attacks for that matter. And there he goes. A nice and easy windmill. And that's exactly why I brought Windmill against him. Of course, the counter move will have worked as well, however I like how Windmill gives me more invincibility frames.
Whetstone time!
So yeah, hug the arms and you'll be fine. Akila's heals Shagaru's arms. And just like with Shagaru, every monster has a weakness you can exploit.
Piece of cake!
And you should absolutely exploit it if you find it.
These creatures consume life. Ye gods. The abomination.
Ominous. And of course, keeping on with my streak of getting the mantles. Shagaru Magala mantle. The hard horn for breaking the head, light wing for breaking the wings, and purifier for breaking the foreleg. Yep. Now then, back to Elgaro. That was quite an ominous cutscene with the Curious. I wonder how we will handle them. Because having a giant, well, a giant bunch of locusts that consume life instead of crops is not good. I've had a report from Dr. Tadori. The Curia attacked an Anjanat, sucked it dry.
I see.
Perhaps what you said about resonance wasn't all talk, Bahari. There is certainly a new level of activity from the Curio. Is it because they are without a host that they behave in this manner? They're really going at it now. I mean, Anjanat are no snack. This Curio mean business. I don't know about that, Bahari. Anjanat are basically a snack because you hunt them down, get the coil, and blaze through the rest of the game. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. But why now? What's got them all stirred up and hunting for food? First hypothesis, they're surviving autonomously now. Second hypothesis, they have found a new host. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot that first idea down. If they need a host to survive, then they didn't need Malseno. The second idea is more plausible, but then who is the new host? Surely not another Malseno. There will be another crater if that were the case, and there's no reports of the sort. Exactly, Fio. The crater that broke the capital and the one that opened up here were both due to Malseno. So if no one's reporting a gigantic hole in the backyard, there's no new Malseno. Keep a close eye on the Curious movement, Bahari. I'll mobilize a dedicated team to investigate. Fiorane, carry on hunting quests, but be on the lookout for Curio activity. Unlocked a whole bunch of new stuff. First, let's check that out.
Thank you for stopping by.
So the Curio are going around attacking monsters? I knew that they were active, but I didn't realize they would literally suck the life out of a monster. Eek, I hope they don't suck the life out of me. No, get it together, Cheech. You have to be strong. Despite the Curio's behavior, we will triumph. Anything's possible with you by our side. Well then, let's have a look at the quests.
Tap the cheat for all your questing needs.
Nice. A whole bunch of stuff unlocked. Let's see what it is.
that best suits you.
Yep, Camellios, Kushara, and Teoster.
Come again.
This is Master Rank 5, where most Elder Dragons reside. And we'll see the rest of the unlocked stuff on the next episode. I hope you learn from this video that, first of all, Shagaru Magala has a weakness to staying right beside his arms. Number 2, his arms are a weak spot. Yep, it's a or like 40 hits on weak spot, which is slightly less than the neck and the head. So there won't be any weakness exploit from that zone. And the second of all is that every monster has a weakness. Find it and exploit it. Find it and exploit it. That's the most important lesson to dealing with pretty much everything. The number 2 hunting lesson. The number 1 was avoid all attacks. That's your priority. You can't kill a monster if you die. So with those 2 lessons, I leave you for today. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.